Hey, what's going on guys? Coach MC here, back with another video. And today we are going to be making with the Rose Firm. And this is not me actually playing right now. Well, it is me, but I'm doing a voiceover since the audio got corrupted. But this is a tutorial for with the Rose Firm. And in here I'm showing you guys that mob griefing is turned on. Because last time it wasn't, and when I did turn it on, the previous firm broke. I'm very sorry about that. I really hope no one built it. I don't think it did. I removed the video now, though. I'm pretty sure this one works. Actually, I know it works. But if you guys want to test it, you can just build it in your world yourself. You don't have to do the minecart system or anything. You can just build the box to keep the wither in. Anyways, we're going on to materials now. So we have stone bricks. We have endstone bricks. Endstone stairs and endstone slabs. And it has to be endstone, so make sure you get endstone. You should have access to the end if you are building this firm. And it's not too tough to get. You will need multiple stacks of those. For the redstone blocks, you won't need too much. For the rails, you won't need too much. You'll need, like, less than a stack of that. And for the hoppers, you'll only need, like, 2 or something. So it's a pretty cheap firm to make. It doesn't take a long time to build. It is quite dangerous to put the wither in there. But let's get started on the dimensions of the firm here. So you have one center block, and then you build out 2 on each side from that top slab right there, and that should give you a 5x5 platform. And it's very important it's 5x5, or the wither won't be able to spawn in there if it's a bit too small. So next I'm placing stairs facing me, and this is very important because we're going to need to waterlog it later, and you really want to make sure that it's facing you, or the outside of the cage. And what I'm doing right now is waterlogging all of the slabs. I definitely recommend getting a water source if you're doing this in survival, or multiple buckets. And now you want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up. So you should have 6 layers of stairs right there. And I've built them all there. Then you're going to place a slab on top of the stairs, place another slab, and then break that slab on top of the stairs. Then you're going to fill in the roof. So pretty simple stuff. And then I think the next step is going to be waterlogging the stairs, but you want to build it with the stone bricks a bit more to make sure the water doesn't flow everywhere. So you're going to build a perimeter around your cage out of endstone you've built, and there's going to be a 1 block gap there so the water can flow into it. Then you're going to increase the height of the cage with the stone bricks, and make sure it's 1 block taller than the slabs on the top of the stone cage, because we're going to need to add a roof to this. So we'll take like 11 stacks, I think, of stone bricks, but it's not too bad if you have silk touch. That won't be too bad at all, especially if you go like strip mining for diamonds. You could even make a few diamonds on this project, which would be nice. If you're on a realm like me, then you'd have like infinite black dye, since the wither doesn't die actually. Unlike a lot of wither rose firms. Actually, all of them I've seen, the wither dies, and you only get like 2 stacks of wither roses. And it's like, what's really the point of building it? You can just spawn a wither on an island, have a bunch of chickens, and then just have the wither destroy everything. So what I did there was waterlog the stairs. You want to make sure you do each and every stair and start at the bottom so the water doesn't flow down, and it would be much tougher to go from the top to the bottom. And then you also want to waterlog the slabs at the top. And then we are actually almost done, believe it or not. So, break the center slab right there. I tried to stop the flowing. I'm not sure why it kept on flowing, because then my testing it didn't flow like that. So I'm not sure if there was like an update or something. Although I did build this all in like one day, so I did actually place like slabs around it and stone slabs, and that's fine. You will need to have like a hole for the chickens to go in through, because that's how we're going to be getting our with the roses. So I just start building the roof now. And it's pretty simple, just filling in the roof. I also filled in the walls with the pillars we built out of the stone bricks, so it's nothing too hard. The dimensions for this firm are pretty easy. You've just gotta get the stone base down and then you're pretty much good. Okay, so now I place the stone slabs so the water stops flowing. Probably should have cut this out of the video now thinking about it. But I don't think too many people are gonna watch it anyway, so. So this is the box done, and inside there is where the wither is going to go. I forget if we actually put him in next. Let's see what happens here. I think we may, because we want to put him in before we add in the Minecraft rail system. Oh yeah, I also do this in survival to show you that's possible. So the first time you want to go in with nothing, and make sure you're able to die. Maybe if you have a few levels, you can use them. But you will die. So don't have anything on your character, because the wither's just gonna blow it up. I'm at half a hurt. I tried to do dash heal, but apparently that's not command. I thought it was, but apparently not. So we've gotta wait a bit for me to heal, and then we can hop down into the chamber to spawn the wither. Oh yeah, also before you do this stuff, you want to make sure you have extra endstone slabs and endstone stairs. I'm gonna show you why once we spawn in the wither. Alright, so now we can build the wither. Oh, I already messed it up. And here we go. So I'm not sure what I'm waiting for. I think I'm explaining it in my video. Unfortunately, the audio got corrupted, so that's not good. Alright, here's the wither. And I'm just gonna allow him blow me up, since there's no point in staying in the cage. Anyone shots me. Alright, now you want to put on your armor and stuff, and grab endstone bricks and endstone slabs. Keep on calling them bricks. You want to grab stairs. So I do die a few times, but I do have to keep inventory on, which is pretty unrealistic. But if you're about to die, then you probably want to back away, and if your spawn is right next to it, then you should be good. So the wither shouldn't be able to break out, but you do want to replace sandstone bricks. I mean stairs, I keep on calling them bricks, I can't believe this, and the slabs. So he destroys that in the initial blast, and whenever you actually punch the wither, he does this super blast that can destroy it. But if he's never attacked by anything, then he never can do his super blast and he can't destroy the chamber. And once again, if you want to check my work, you can build this in Creative Test World. And since I understand why I may be a bit untrustworthy with my first with the Rose Firm. So we've just got to fill this in. And of course break anything inside there. Or maybe tough with the water and the wither effect and stuff. But you probably have some good enchantments. This is unenchanted diamond armor. So if you had like netherite with like blast protection or even protection and aqua affinity, you wouldn't drown and you wouldn't die as quickly to the wither. Or if you even had some like golden apples, maybe a good time to use that right now. Also, if you place the stairs correctly, then it would go a lot quicker, but I don't do that in this tutorial. So you don't actually have to replace water sources, which is good. And after you fill this box in, all we've got to do is set up the chicken collector and also the rail system. So it is quite tough if he keeps on hitting you because it stops you from breaking the stair. But if you had like efficiency 5, then I guess you'd be pretty good. Once again, I die. So be prepared to die and lose your levels and stuff. Also, I did try putting pigment into this room, but they hit the wither and he does his super explode thing. So don't put pigment into your room. I know that would be quite cool if you could hook it up to a pigment room because you get like thousands of wither roses per hour. But unfortunately, you can't do that. As you can see, I've completed the box. So the wither will now be unable to escape and he will be able to destroy all of the chickens that fall down. So we do have a few blocks that got destroyed there, mainly because of the wither's first blast. So you do want to replace the blocks on top. And once you replace them, he shouldn't destroy them anymore. You can also replace that stone brick. Alright, and now you are ready to do the rail system. So it will be a bit flooded, but what I've done under here is I dug a hole underneath the slabs. So if you look up, those slabs right there where the wither is. So you don't want to break any of them or the wither's going to kill you. So that wouldn't be good. But you do want this waterlog to destroy any of the rails. And you may need to grab water buckets. I do it in the tutorial right here. I grab it from the chest. I'm not sure why I didn't go into my inventory and grab it since I'm in creative. But just place water buckets along one side of it. And it waterlogs the entire thing. So as you can see, we placed a redstone block at the end there with the power rail. And then we have 3 redstone blocks right here in the center with power rails on it. And if rails do connect, then you just gotta do it like what I did right there. It's not too hard. You guys can figure it out. So we're actually almost done with the collection system right now. You do want to replace blocks so you can place the rails on it. And you want to place a powered rail at each end of the rails so the minecart doesn't get stuck. Then what you want to do is you want to dig over a little bit. And I actually did this pretty bad because you could dig 1 block under you, like what I did just there. And then it won't be waterlogged or in water. So I placed the chest right there. And then you want to take your hopper and place it next to the chest. And I try to do this while I'm flying, or in the water, I guess. That doesn't end up very well. But I get it eventually. And then what you want to do after you place your hopper is take a rail and place it on top of the hopper. Make sure it's waterlogged. Although you don't need to waterlog it. if you meet it so the water doesn't flow into this hallway here, then you want to place the redstone block on top of it, then another power rail. Then you have your Minecraft and hopper going back and forth. And then if you even want to test it, you can toss wither roses or an item into the wither chamber. And it may get blown up, but a lot of them will go into the minecart, or the chest actually. I have troubles with waterlogging this, since there's a lot of water everywhere. Especially where I placed it with the minecart over there. Alright, but you can make a hallway without any water in it, which is good. So that's the collection system done. And this is optional. You can really use any animal if you want. I just find chickens are the easiest, since you can collect stacks of eggs and then just dispense them in to the machine. And the baby chickens will still drop their wither rows, so you don't have to wait for a baby animal to grow up if you don't want to. So what I've done here is I've placed a dispenser with a hopper running into it. Then the hopper is where all of the chickens are going to go. And now I've made a redstone clock with the 2 observers. So pretty simple. I think you can do ones where, like, they only fire the dispenser if an item is in it, but that does cost a lot more resources than just 2 observers. So there you go, you may have to remove some blocks to actually place the observer. And that's mainly it. All you have to do is place your chickens, and then you are actually done the wither farm. So I do have a warning, sometimes the blocks actually glitch out. I mean, the wither heads glitch out from the cage, and they destroy, like, blocks around it, like as you saw some of the grass blocks and stuff. But the wither won't be able to escape from the initial cage. So if that's all fine, I won't recommend building a building around it, though, or having buildings around it. I'd just put on an island or something. And then, even if, like, the wither does somehow escape because you broke a few blocks by accident or something, it's not a big deal. So I did actually go back in the video and look to see if the wither escaped, and he didn't.